Okay, the last two control flow instructions, one of them you can't see here, but the other one is the end, which matches up with the start. Now, we're on the desktop here, and what I really need to do is make a new block. So we can actually make our own instructions here, so let's make one. Let's call it hours. So we'll make a block called hours. Now here's the start instruction. We can choose what color it is. So let's make it a horrible purpley sort of color. Now we've got a new window here with our new instruction. We've already given it its start. It's not going to do anything here other than say a message that we've got something to do to finish it, but let's just add something to it. If we go into our start instruction, we can add something. I'm going to add 2 exit links, so I'm going to call them yes and no. So we'll get it to ask a question in a minute. Let's where am I? No. Okay. Now if I edit this instruction here, you'll see I get a choice of this is the end instruction, a choice of yes or no. And let's add another one, and let's give this let's make this a no one. Okay, so we've got yes or no, and this is a bit contrived, but bear with me. So we're just going to ask a question here, yes or no. So instead of what was given us by default, we're going to ask this question, and we're not going to allow escape, but yes and no. So we're going to ask the user yes or no. Let's just make sure that that comes out as a string. Okay, I'll just test that. So when we do this, and if the user presses escape, we won't let them escape. We'll ask them the question again. So here's the question. It's asking me a question, yes or no. I press yes, and it's gone down. That's fine. So we've written a new block here. If I close that, I can now here it's gone into our library, and here's our new instruction with its horrible purple color. So now I can run that instruction like this, and there it is. It's asking me the question yes or no, and if I answer no, it goes down the no link. Now I can play about with that. I can cheat. I can make it do different things. I can swap these around. A bit silly, I know. Now I run the instruction and I click no, and it's gone down the yes thing. So what we've done there is made our own instruction, which has a bit of a silly behavior, but in principle this instruction here, which I can just expand and show for you a bit, we could make this instruction do anything. We can have a whole behavior diagram here with as many different exits as we want, and we can also here we can give it some inputs. I'll just move that up. Doesn't need to, but I just like to put my inputs at the beginning, and so we could input question. Let's call that question. So we've got an instruction here now. If I edit here, we should have a question. Let's put a question here. What time is it? Okay, now we're calling our instruction, we're asking what time is it, and we'll get the answer yes or no. Now when I run it, it's just saying yes or no, so it's ignoring my question. I can't cancel it. Let's just go back in and edit this. So let's, instead of asking yes or no, let's ask the question. Okay, back here. Let's run it. It's what time is it? The answer is yes. And there it is. A bit silly, but I think I hope you can get the general idea of making your own blocks.